reflects it back to us in a specific wavelength. Now, in the case of the X39, it elevates a protein called GHK copper peptide. And that is a protein that has been known to activate our master cells to help us repair and regenerate and to a younger, more youthful, more abundant life. And so, if you did want to research more about it, Google it or even look it up, GHK copper peptide. You may hear things like better sleep and better mental clarity. You may hear things about performance exercise much better. It has been improved with the patches. Now, I would love for everyone to raise your hands and share your stories because we want to hear about your success stories because we love to celebrate you. Some housekeeping rules, please use symptoms only, no diagnosis names. Tell us how you felt before, what patches you used, and how you feel now. And welcome everyone to the call and share away. Thank you, Michael.
Thanks, Dr. Annabelle. And yeah, it's going to be amazing. We have Anita. Anita, go ahead.
Good evening. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. First success of the evening. Yeah, I've been with you guys on my mold journey, and mold in your home creates a number of physical stresses, neuro stresses, financial stresses, you name it, stresses. And generally, my life's been on pretty even keel, but I have an ex-husband who's critically ill. And as usual, I'm in the middle of that, like it or not. So you add all the emotional things that just come with everyday life, right? And then pretend you have mold in your system. And everything is like 600 times greater than it would be, like electromagnetic fields, for instance. 600 times more of a hit I take from anybody's Wi-Fi or tower because there's mold in me. So what I can say about the patches is I don't even want to know how would I have done this without them in the last 9 months, because coping with all of it every single day, every minute I'm conscious, it's there in some form or another. So I'm just super grateful that I have X39 and X49 every waking hour. And then in the evening, Alavita and Aeon, it travels all around my body. And when I take Alavita off my forehead, it goes on my leg, which had found some challenges in Kentucky. So one of the things that my particular type of mold does is it attacks your immune system. So what was once a super strong immune system, thanks to great supplements all over the world for decades, this has been one of the hardest things I've ever done for me. And I've been through a lot. So kudos to Dr. David Schmidt for having a great part of saving my old age. Because between my skin, my mood, my sleep, my foot that is no longer a constant source of imbalance, the biggest thing is my attitude. Because I could really just give up, I could really become somebody I don't even like. But thank God for the patches. That's all I know to say.
Awesome. Thanks, Anita. Glad to see you're keeping up. It's working wonders for you. Thanks. Jen.
Hello. Hi, Michael and everybody. Roxanne and I were strategizing today as she was getting the letter ready for you. I have a bunch of changes that I never talk about very much, and I wanted to bring them back up for those who are new, who are under you, Michael, and us. And so one of them, I had a pain in my right eye that was so bad that I finally made an appointment with an orthopedic doctor. Ophthalmologist. Ophthalmologist. I got my sister here. I got a letter. Well, there she is. I got my sister, the nun, praying for me. Anyway, so ophthalmologist. And I took 2 weeks to get into that ophthalmologist. And when I went to her, she checked me over, and I've been putting eye drops in because I thought I had dry eye or something. I'm not kidding. She said, well, you just need to put drops in and it'll make it better. I went home so mad, but I had been 2 years on LifeWave at that point. I slapped the carnosine right next to it, and overnight the pain disappeared.
Hmm.
And I have to tell you, it never came back. I did wear it a couple more nights. So my sister was going through needing eye drops, and I'm telling her today, I gave her a whole bunch of carnosine. I said, just put it on both sides, see what happens. So she reminded me today about that. Okay. And then a couple of other things. The first week that I started the patches, 3.5, almost 4 years ago, I my knee pain, I was a walker and it left. So that I was one of those one more, one day, 1 week wonders. But afterwards, I fell in an airport and people know that. And I had meniscus that tore on both sides of my knee and it ripped on both sides of my knee. And when I went to the orthopedic surgeon at USF, I'm going to replace your knee. You definitely need that. You're old. I am I'll be 78 this year. So yeah, I'm old. But anyway, the meniscus, I'm gonna, sew it back together. And I said, I'm aware that you worked with David Schmidt and you used to give the X39 and Eon. He gave them for free to the basketball team at USF in Tampa for a whole year through Connie and a couple other people. Okay. And he smiled. And I said, did they work? Oh, yeah, they helped. Okay, that's what I'm doing. So I did what Robin and Gregory and Connie and everybody told me. I wallpapered it. I put a lot of different patches, X39, 49 at some days, but I patched it a lot in the first weeks and the pain disappeared. And then what I did is I had a poster from David that I will be happy to share with anybody at any time where he said, he has seen the cartilage regrow on knees if you put an Eon on the inside and a carnosine on the outside. So, and anybody can check in with me about that. But I had a poster, I still pull it up every once in a while. Which way do I put it? So I have that poster. It's, we can give it to anybody. The final thing, I had inner ear problems from childhood always. And when I married my husband, who was a doctor, he looked in my ear and he said, "Oh my God, you've got a spur." And I don't think, Michael, I've even told you that one, but you have a spur in your ear that is the reason you're getting car sick. And I always got car sick, boat sick, air sick, whatever sick. So I just threw into my purse those bands that you wear, that are good for boat people. So anyway, the last couple years, I noticed I didn't wear the bands, and I was fine when the plane went up and down. And so then I was invited on a journey with Michael Jaco's team, our team, and we were in the Inner Bay in Tampa from Bradenton. And we were going to spend some time together. I had no idea it was 5 hours, but we did. We got on that boat, and I chose not to bring any alcohol or anything. I brought sparkling water, but I left the bands at home. I did not take anything, and I used to have the patch. I probably still have them in my bathroom. But anyway, so I went out there with a big bottle of sparkling water. And at the end of 5 hours, and it was bumpy, 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 I looked at Michael and I said, I have a confession. I should have been throwing up all over this place, and I'm not. And it's because of the patches, X39 and 49, Eon at night, if you just do those three. So my body changed. So when people say to me, well, I'm not feeling anything, I go, you're not giving it time. It took me a couple years to change the stem cells that are within me, but my inner ear is totally healed. And I rode to see Michael and Tracy Joe up in Portland, Maine. We went up there and the plane was going like this, and I'm sitting next to this woman and I go, I'm not getting sick, but I used to. It's the patches. So, I want you all to know that it's a miracle. I mean, it truly is that my inner ear changed and eye pain changed. And, I will be 78 and I have heard from some people I don't look it. So, it's amazing to me that these patches work so well. So, okay, I took a long time tonight, but I wanted to share. Bye.
All right. Thanks, Jen. Roxanne.
Hi, Michael. I have a brand partner of yours on the phone, and she's going to share her story with you. Go ahead, Lovera.
Hi, Michael. Hi, everybody.
Hello, Vera.
I love the testimony that was just said, and I want to tell you how much I appreciate these Monday times for people, because I think that helps many people. One of the ways that I found out about this was listening to someone else. I don't even quite remember who I was listening to, who was talking about the patches. So I'm going to tell you my little journey here. I woke up in early March, and both of my arms were what the doctors would say, probably, that they were on fire. My hands wouldn't close. I had fallen about 6 months before, but had gotten over that and nothing was happening. And I woke up and this was here just all of a sudden. So I waited thinking, okay, it came quick, it'll leave quick. So I didn't reach out to a physical therapist who I wanted to go to first before a doctor. So I finally did. So I've been in probably, I think I got those appointments probably in May from March, and a wonderful physical therapist. And he just said, your body's angry with you. And he helped a little bit, but I also had gotten an appointment with a arm, shoulder and knee surgeon. And the physical therapist said, go ahead and go to him, which I did. And I did x-rays for him, and he wanted MRI. And he sent me to a hand doctor who they put shots in my hands, which brought me out of a lot of the pain that I'd been in for over 3 months. In the meantime, I'm seeing my cardiologist, and he's telling me that he wants me to go ahead and see somebody for my valve. And I'm too old. I'm older than what I believe it was. Can't remember her name now. That was right before me.
Okay.
So, Jen. So,
Yeah.
okay. So, and I didn't want to, not me at my age. I don't want to think about surgery, but if I had to have that one, I probably might, but I didn't want to. So, I heard these testimonies, and I decided to reach out there, and I got on the patches. Actually one, X39, that June the 12th. And, we were going to do an MRI for my arms, my shoulder, and insurance denied that. Well, I'm glad they did. I didn't really want to do that MRI. And I was on the patches and didn't know they would help or not. But after I was on those patches, because see what happened in my hands and arms, I couldn't close my hands. My wrists became weak. I couldn't hardly open doors. And everybody else was having to open jars for me. And that's kind of hard for me because I'm kind of one of those people kind of do for myself. So come about 3 months after being on, I went the second month, I did X39 and X49. And a little bit of the Eon at times, for pain. By the third month, I didn't even, it's, the way these work, it is kind of like a miracle because you sit there and you don't realize that things are happening. And all of a sudden, I needed to open a half-gallon jar of water. And I did. And I was like, and I was really had come to the point where I was not going to get my grip back in my hands. And my wrists were a part of the problem too. All this, that day, I opened 5 pretty much right in a row. And I was like, oh my gosh. And it had to be the patches. I was doing nothing else for this. I just kept hoping it would, that it would go away. So that is one thing. And see, I didn't get on these patches for any of this. I got on it for my valve, for my heart. And I was on a couple of weeks ago and told you that my heart is not skipping that beat that it was. So I have gotten some there, but I'm willing to wait because I won't get any tests for the valve, probably maybe December or maybe even 6 months after that. So that is great. Another thing that happened, I had noticed at my age, and I'll tell you my age, 84, because most people think I'm about all my life. I've had this. Sometimes I didn't like it when I was young, but they think I'm about, maybe 15, 20 years younger than I look. But your body says different. So I got where, and I have puppies, so I sometimes have to reach down to the floor or ever get down to the floor and look under the bed for something. So this day I got down and didn't really think about it. But when I got up, I realized I had gotten down and got back up. That's a big thing, because it was really terrifying me, because I had been down on the floor sitting there for a while trying to figure out how to get up. And I can get up and down now. And so that happened in about the start of, I'm in my fourth month now. So somewhere in my fourth month, that happened. And I have another one, which is kind of a big deal. About a year ago, my left knee had begun to hurt me, and I won't go into all the details of how that all occurs and happens. But that's because that's entailed a lot about having broke a hip years ago and putting all your weight on that side. So I go to the doctor. I'm on a crutch, on a cane, because I can't walk without it now. And I see him, and he says, go home, do ibuprofen, and we'll see you in a year, and we'll see if we have surgery. Well, there again, I'm not going to go to surgery. So I came home and I didn't know about the patches at that time, nothing about them. And I did castor oil, which got me walking in 2 days. So I had done that off and on, and I kept having to do that periodically. So I don't exactly know when it happened, but the front of my knee began to hurt me right at the cap. And I could not, I had to be careful about going up and down a step, just a little step, because when I did, I would almost fall and the pain came. Well, not really thinking about how something would happen, but I don't have that pain anymore. And I can go up and down that step and don't have to be careful about which leg I put down first. So I'm not one that has thinks that these things have to work overnight. So getting all these bonuses, and I call it bonuses, but it's kind of like everybody says, is that it kind of takes priority and just stick with it. So I basically started with the X39 in June, went to the X39 and X49 the next month, and periodically I have used Eon and have put that Eon on that knee at times when it was hurting me. So and I don't have floaters. I don't have floaters anymore either. So I just feel very, very fortunate, because I'm one of those people also who is very, very allergic, and it's hard to get doctors to understand that there's just some of us out here who can't tolerate medicines. So when I saw this, said there was no side effects, I said, well, I've tried a lot of things in the last 20 some years. So I'm hopeful that it's, and I see a little bit of glimmer from my, I'm a pre-diabetic, and I do have blood pressure and have had blood pressure issues for years. So hopefully I still have hope for that. So that could be around the corner. And I definitely am waiting till the next time a doctor listens to my heart. Even now, I would like for them but I'm waiting, because I don't go doing this very quickly. So I thank you, and I really appreciate this Monday time, because it has educated me. It helps me when I tell other people about these, because I think a lot of David and you, Michael, for doing this this Monday night and having brought this kind of forward. And so I'm very grateful. And for Roxanne, she's really been helpful and wonderful. So thank you.
All right. Yeah. Fabulous. Fabulous. So yeah, thanks, Roxanne. That was great. And great shares. That's what we love that. So people are having great success, and we're going to hear from some other people too. Shelley.
Thank you, Lavera.
Okay.
All
Hi,
right.
Michael. Hello, everyone. I've got to share about my 150-pound tortoise. His name is Franklin, and we've had him about 20 years. We got him when he was a baby and he fit in your hand. So we've had him a long time. On Saturday, my husband and I were out doing some yard work, and he started, believe it or not, chasing my dog. Believe he can run. This guy can run. So she got really irritated with him, and she turned around and she nipped him in the face. And I went, oh no. So went into my toolbox and got my X39. I put that on his head. Roxanne has some pictures, so she's going to share. But she got him pretty good. You can see day one. So I put the patch on his head. Day two, it started looking a lot better.
Yeah.
And then I went out this morning. This is day three. This isn't even a full 48 hours yet. And I looked and I was like, oh my gosh. So I snapped a picture. I got it. So, but yeah, he healed really well. Like I said, this was within 48 hours. So yeah, he's crazy. He's a big guy. He runs around.
How big is he? How much does he weigh?
I think he's probably about 150 pounds. Like I said, when we got him for our son when he was 6, and he's 26 now. So I know he's 20 years old. But yeah, he's a big boy.
Yeah, he is. I hear they live to like 100, 150 years or something.
They
crazy.
do. They live a long time. And
Might outlive you. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I told my son,
that
he's
you got a present
definitely
for you.
yours for a lifetime.
But maybe not with LifeWave. Who knows?
Exactly.
We maybe keep up with him. Keep him happy. Yeah. So yeah, he's got a handsome face. So I'm glad you fixed it up.
Yeah.
All right, that's beautiful. Good share. So we know that, and you can see that the animals, they don't lie. They get relief, and they get amazing things happen to them, and he's happy. He's munching away on some grass again. So lovely. Guy. So unmute.
Okay, how's that?
Gotcha. Yeah, thanks.
First time I've joined one of your calls, I've been buying the X39 off of you for probably a little over a year, and
Oh,
my
nice.
wife and I have been using them and having real good success with them. But I've got a question more so than and I've had a lot of success with them. But one of the questions I want to ask is, have you heard anybody that's had any luck with vitiligo? With skin pigmentation and using any of the patches that would help with that? Have you had anybody on the calls that's had any success?
With dizziness and vertigo, yeah, that's been a lot of people have good success with it. So you have some skin.
Jennifer,
you got.
Yeah, this is for skin pigmentation.
Yeah,
vitiligo.
I sort of remember that we have, Randall, but let me call some people. I need to do some research on that because I do remember.
Yeah.
I do think that it could help. Michael, yeah, you and I probably both heard it, but I can't remember who, what, where, when. So I will do some research, Randall, and I will get your number. Send me your phone number on the text here, okay? And I just send me a private message.
So-
I will call you after I'm going to call a few people, and I know they'll know.
Dr.
Yeah,
Annabelle has her hand up. She makes me able to add something.
Oh, Dr. Annabelle, excuse me. Of course.
No worries. So one of our sister teams, Team Evolve, has posted something with an individual with photos.
Lynn too.
So what I could do is I can share it with you, Jen, and then you can pass it on.
Okay.
Of course, I got Connie's voice in my head. We don't claim to diagnose, treat, or cure, so we really want to stay away from diagnoses. But when you describe it as a skin pigmentation, maybe what they thought Michael Jackson had, maybe those terminology, just so that we can stay safe. That would be something I can pass on to Jen, and Jen can pass it on to you.
Oh, great.
Okay.
How do I text you? This is the first time I've joined one of the. I've listened many times, but this first time I've actually joined one.
Send you a private message with my phone number right now. Okay, Randall?
Okay. All right.
Okay, and then you'll have it.
Just to mention too, Michael, the success we've had with the X39, I'll go sometimes a couple months without working out, lifting weights or anything. And I go back 2 months later and it's like I didn't lose anything. It's unbelievable. I mean, I pick up right where I left off. It's crazy. And I don't know what else I'm 66 years old and I'm stronger than I've been in my life, and even I played high school sports and played a semi-pro football and stuff. And yeah, I'm stronger now than what I was, in my 20s. And it's got to be these X39 patches to just, restore, keep the muscle up, without losing.
Yeah, that's impressive. And I'm 1 year younger than you. So, but we're kind of in the same camp as far as like I'm doing weights now that I've never done before my whole life.
Yeah.
And I've been an avid bodybuilder, my whole life pretty much. I started working out with weights when I think I was like 10 or 11, something like that. So it's been a lifelong adventure for me, but last year was I did more in a leg press than I've ever done before. So yeah, it is the only thing I can contribute to is LifeWave.
Yeah, I don't know what else it could be either. It's just amazing, to me. And just my skin looks better, feel healthier. I broke my leg real bad. I had a plate and 8 screws in there and tore the tendons off my ankle. And it was giving me a lot of trouble, and I'd had some surgeries on it here for circulation and stuff. I started putting one of those X39s down there on my leg, and that pain all went away, from them. So yeah, they've been great.
Well, that's fantastic. Good to hear. Good to hear. Good job.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for your shares.
Well, thank you for the time.
Yeah, we'll get back to you on the skin pigmentation stuff, and hopefully we can get some good insights for you.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Dr. Annabelle.
Hello again. So I wanted to share 2 quick shares. One of them was I was at an event celebrating families in the area. And so we had a table, and I happened to be with a nurse practitioner friend of mine. And she kind of knows about the patches. I've been talking to her about it, but she really wasn't forthcoming. And so she was at the table and she said, "Oh, my stomach hurts. I feel like I have some food poisoning." I'm like, "I have patches for you." And so I patched her up with an X39 and an Eon, and within the hour, she was feeling more comfortable. The next day, she reported, "I had so much energy. I didn't have to drink caffeine. I had this nice relief of this discomfort." And now she's a believer, and she has since ordered. So I'm really happy that she has now witnessed the beauty that is these patch technology. The other story is my mom. So sadly, my mom had an incident where she tripped and fell and had quite the injury, and I have to get her permission, but I feel like she's recuperating from this atrocious bruise on her face really quickly. I went to go visit her in rehab, and she had some knee pain because she also injured her knee. I put some ice waves on the bottom of her feet, and I put another set of ice waves on her knee. And she said, "Thank you so much because I was able to sleep." And so today, when I got to call her via FaceTime, you can see the relief in her face. She looked more relaxed. And again, I was so thankful and grateful to have this patch technology. And so it's a beautiful thing to have and to share.
Oh, fabulous. Thanks, Dr. Annabelle.
Thank you.
Suzanne.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Just wanted to for Randall that the skin pigmentation. I know Lynn and I have been using. I use the aloe vera on discolored skin, like a liver spot, and it's nearly gone. I put it on nightly.
Wow.
I also use the cream that comes in the kit. It's really amazing, very good. But I put the aloe vera right on that spot that I want to go away, and it's nearly gone. So it's nice.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thanks for that share. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Lynn.
So yes, I'll just tag on to that. I discovered that probably a month ago with because I run outside all the time, so I have sun damage. So last night I had like 5 aloe vera patches on my face because it gets rid of that stuff. And so yeah, so that's awesome. But that's not my share tonight. So I have 3 shares, and one is a new customer. And the reason why she bought the patches was, and this is how she said it to me. Her feet felt like she was stepping into a mud clay form, and she was barely able to move her toes or her feet, which would be very debilitating. And so she purposefully bought the X39 just for that, even though we know we can't pick the fix, but clearly that's what her body said needed to be repaired first, because she was on the patches 2 to 3 weeks. And now she can feel relief, and she's getting relief, and her feet don't feel like that anymore. She can move her toes, and it's just getting better and better every day.
Wow.
Yep. So that's cool. And then the other 2 are pet stories. I love pet stories too. So I have a brand partner who has a cat who's 17 years old, and she's been on the patches probably 5 months now and has patched her other pets too. But she decided to put an X39 on the 17-year-old cat. And she said day one, her cat just came completely back to life. And she's been darting and galloping all around her house ever since, meowing. Her energy's off the chart, and she's just like a kitten again. So that's amazing. And then the same customer also has a Maine Coon cat that she just got fixed. And she patched her Maine Coon cat a couple months ago because when she would be in heat, she would scream. She was in so much pain. And as soon as she put an X39 patch on her cat in heat, her cat was perfectly comfortable, stopped screaming, and was only in heat like 2 days as opposed to 5. So this same Maine Coon cat that I talked about a couple months ago just got fixed. And so she used the X39 and the Eon patch. And so the cat was completely calm after surgery and normally wouldn't be. And she didn't mess at all with the stitches. And not only that, within just 3 weeks, you can't even see the incision.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yep.
And I want to thank you for helping the Czechoslovakian man. And I know that you have like people you're getting quite the worldwide, people signing up under you. So congratulations.
Yes, thank you. So shout out to Lubo. He's doing really great. So yes, I've got people in South Africa, London, Czechoslovakia, Switzerland, Austria, Germany. Seems like there was 1 or 2 more. I'm working on South Korea. So yeah, it's just, it's amazing.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Good job.
You're
And
welcome.
yeah, obviously you're sharing with a lot of people just like we're doing here, and we appreciate that. And other people obviously do too, because we hear almost every show that people have been watching us for a while, got motivated by the shows, and got the patches and had some great results. So thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Yeah, and people do get great results. And it amazes me, Michael, how people sit on they wait so long,
Yeah.
and they get the patches, and then they get these amazing results. And I wish people would have gotten their patches yesterday.
Yeah. I know we'd love to have more people get involved with it. Everyone should be, I think.
I do
It's a
too.
wearable med bed. Everybody's waiting for the med beds, but here they are right now. Don't wait.
Yes.
It's right here, right now.
Yes.
Diane.
Hey,
Hey.
I love to cook and bake. But before I started patching, standing there for an hour longer in the kitchen doing all that, the middle of my back used to just ache so bad. Then I started patching, and probably within a month, it just, no matter how long I stood there, it just didn't hurt anymore at all. It was like I had dreamed the whole thing. It's just gone. I'm also having some very interesting dreams and remembering them and sleeping better finally. One of them was that I owned a really big Harley, and you, Michael, were very kind enough to keep it for me in your garage.
Very nice. Very nice. Yep. I could see that. Yeah, I would help you out, definitely.
Thanks.
But your success has been really been really good too. So congratulations, and sharing the patch, and a lot of people getting involved. So thanks for always sharing. So and keeping the cook happy is something that everyone should be involved with. So we want to make sure your back is good, so you get in there and cook up some beautiful food. So we love it. Walter.
Hey, Michael, can you hear me?
Yeah, got you good.
All right, cool. So, it's not really about my personal. I've already told y'all about everything that's kind of happened with me, and everything's beneficial. But recently, my mom's been on the patch for about a month now. She's had significant benefits. She's in her mid 70s. My stepdad is pushing 70, and he's done construction his whole life. And his one knee is really bad. No, so bad that the doctors were basically prescribing him to go get knee surgery, or he's just going to deal with pain. So they had him scheduled for next month. And I was like, well, why don't we try these patches? And so he's been on the X39 now for 7 or 8 days. And he takes the Aeon and he puts the Aeon on his knee at night on the inside. And he said within the first 3 days, he's been pain free in his knee. And he's able to do a lot more things that he wasn't before. And my mom noticed that he's not shuffling like he was. And that's just the first weekend. And I'm going to give him about a month on the patches. And then I'm going to start incorporating the glutathione and the carnosine patch, as well as the Aeon patch on his knee. So I don't think he's going to need the knee surgery next month.
That's fantastic, and that's good to kind of like bring them in a little bit at a time instead of just like patching someone first time with everything. So
Yeah.
I can imagine patching everything. Although I patched fairly quickly, I did kind of filter them in over time. So
I kind of did myself. I waited about 2-3 weeks before I started incorporating the Aeon, and I'm wearing my glutathione right now and my Aeon at night religiously.
Very nice.
And my dogs, they get my used patches, and they're benefiting substantially. I don't have any turtles to put mine on, but the dogs benefit substantially from it. And it's amazing about the Sheila's turtle with wound healing.
Mm-hmm.
Works on everybody.
Yeah. Turtles, reptiles, we have we're
Yeah, I kind of wondered that too at the beginning,
Yeah.
because I was like, wait, we emit infrared light. I assume they do too, but I guess it's the same infrared. That's pretty cool though.
But they also work on fish. So people talked about how they put them on tanks and the fish that have problems.
Wow, I had no idea. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, Jen, don't you have a good story about that? Maybe you can share that. Unmute. There you go.
Roxanne kindly muted me. I was talking during the discussion with Annabelle. Yes, so my fish story that I heard from our team was there was a fish that had died and it was at the bottom of the tank. Obviously, it still had some energy left. So some people put the X39 on the tank. Next thing they know, they turned around and it was starting to swim again and it came back.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool. And that's a wonderful story. And I raised my hand because Annabelle put some incredible photos, which I have seen from another team, in our chat. So would everybody please go to the chat on Vertigo? Anyway, they are there, Randall. You can see them, and that shows how the X39 helps. And I saved that. So God bless you, Dr. Annabelle. I love you. Okay, I'll move on and let you talk.
No, I was just going to share that story about my stepfather for the day.
Oh,
and his knee. So that's about it.
Thank you, Walter, for
Yeah.
everything. You're the
No,
best.
always. And have a good night, Jen. Have a good night, Michael.
Don't hang up yet. We're still on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, here's those pictures. So that that's pretty impressive results. There's after 3 months and then after a year. So
Wow.
Sharing that,
Wow.
Dr. Annabelle.
Look at this.
Yeah, that's amazing transformation right there.
Yeah, we always love to get the before and after or during whatever pictures. We'll constantly have.
I'll take another picture of my dog's paws.
Yeah.
They're steadily degraying by the day. So, but I'll let y'all go. Have a good evening, Michael. Happy.
Okay, so
You too, Walter. Thanks.
Don't hang up, Walter. Keep hanging in. Okay, Dr. Annabelle.
I also have a visual representation of how amazing these patches work. If Michael, if you're okay, I can share. You made me co-host, so I'm like, oh, I can share. I'll show you my mom's pictures. And so can everyone see the back of my mom's head?
Yep.
So this was back in April of last year, and this was in August of this year, and you can dramatically see the difference. Of course, you can see her patch X39, but you can definitely see from this picture where you can see it's clearly all white here, and she obviously keeps her hair short, and now you can see how much darker it is. So that is an awesome representation of how these patches work.
Very nice. Yeah.
Thank you.
Those those pictures worth 1,000 words. So we always love to get those. So anyone out there that's having you have injury or some kind of difficulty and you use the patches and you get good results, we love to see your pictures. So we'll share those if you just share them with us, and we'll share them or however you want to do that. So thanks, Dr. Annabelle. Shelley.
To piggyback off of Walter, my husband's been in construction for over 30 years, and he's had major knee issues. I think he's had 3 surgeries. He was facing knee replacement, and we started doing that patching, the Eon, carnosine, and glutathione, and it has made a big difference. So I really recommend anyone with knee issues to definitely do that patch protocol. And I actually have a picture of that protocol if you'd like me to put it in the chat.
Yeah, put it in the chat. Do you know how to share? I can make you co-host.
That's okay. I can put it in the chat. So I got to find it.
All right, great. And we'll put it up once you share it. So Walter's got the pictures of the paws. We'll put that up.
Yeah. And Cindy Lou just joined, Michael. At the end. Bless you, Cindy Lou. Let's see, Tina B. Wow.
Yeah, so those claws came back nice. Very good. All right. So anyone else have anything else to share?
The only thing I'd add, since it's Monday, anybody going to the convention, please check. There's a letter from the LifeWave management that wants anybody to sign up for class. There's one day where we go to classes instead of sitting in front of the audience. So make sure you look at that. Call me with any questions. I've gone over it with Michael and I figured it out. So I'll help you sign up if you need to. You have to go to your ticket and find it and then go from there. But Shelley, you haven't pulled them up yet. So Truther Mike says he has a share, Michael.
Okay, great.
Where are you, Truther Mike?
I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
yes,
go ahead.
Sir.
Right on, right on. Okay, I actually got a share with a question at the end. One thing I want to say is that had a share a while back, but I thought we had a hard cutoff, so I cut it close on the when I fell down those stairs. Remember that? What really impressed me with I had the X39 and X49 at the time, and I got basically two injuries. And what impressed me is that one hurt more than the other. And when I put the patches on that one, the pain came in down really quick, and then the other one started hurting more. And when I switched them, the same thing happened. The pain in that came down quick. That in itself really proved to me how well those work. And what I'd say is if anybody's in a situation like that where you've got two injuries, one hurts more, try that. I think it'll really surprise you. Excuse me. With that said, I started using some other patches like the Aeon, the glutathione, and the carnosine. And since doing that, I've noticed some other changes. For one, my blood work, I've been having a problem with high blood sugar and high cholesterol. Both came down within 3 months of using those patches. We've been testing that. Very noticeable results, very happy. So that is a huge plus for me. And I also noticed some other things too, with one of them being, the last main one, the floaters in my eyes. I used to have really bad floaters. They're like gone.
Yeah.
So they made a huge difference, right? So for that on the share, the other question is I want to hit you up with is on wallpapering. How many patches? Is there a particular method? And it's something I don't hear a lot about. You guys bring it up occasionally, but how to? How many patches can you use? Is there a limit? Should you cut the time down if you're wallpapering instead of 8 hours doing less? Can somebody help me out with that?
Yeah. So
go ahead, Mike.
I've had like my son had an injury. He broke his ankle, and so we wallpapered his ankle, put like X39, several, like 3 or 4 X39 and Eon around his ankle on both sides, and he had incredible healing. There was I think he was like pretty much healed up within 3 to 6 months. Within a few months he was starting to walk again. But we went to Cancun, and he ran into what's the guys that do the footwork, or orthopedic surgeon or something, and the orthopedic surgeon was like, there's no way you can be walking after the injury that you just had, and he was like walking normal. So it does make a difference. But so lots of patches. You don't have to get too ridiculous with it, but maybe if you normally you use one, you use 2 or 3, and then maybe add in some other patches, because the X39, X49 are great for multiple things. And if you have like something wrong with your limbs or bone structure, especially for the 49, and any kind of joint pain or anything like that, that's good for 49. 39 is the mother of all patches, of course. So you always use that with really stressed out areas, and then maybe glutathione will speed healing too. Eon, glutathione together, as many of us have found, and hundreds of people have talked about, those two together speeds healing and recovery ultra fast. So you might use that. So wallpapering is just multiple patches. So you're just putting them all around injured area to get faster results. Or if it's you're not getting results from a patch or two, then you just like double down. You can stack them as well. You can take X39 if it's a specific area, and put 3 or 4 on top of each other. I've heard of people like they're like, I wasn't getting the kind of sleep that I wanted, so I stacked like 3, the sleepy time, patches, and they were out, and they hadn't had a really good sleep in a long time. So stacking, wallpapering is just, there are different methods to get more of patch energy into a specific area.
Awesome. That's really good to know, Michael. Thank you. That's something I've been wanting to ask for a while, and that is very helpful. And actually, my next question was going to be about stacking, and you addressed that. So right on. You must have anticipated that one. Awesome. Thank you, Michael.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Anyone else? Anyone else have any lovely reveals? We'll do, yeah, there's several of you still. Shelly.
I put the patching protocol for the knees in the chat.
Oh,
Okay. All right, I see it. I'll pull up right now.
see Walters, but oh yeah.
Knee bone connected to the thigh bone. So yeah, that's a good protocol right there. Knee, bone on bone problems. So that carnosine, as you're seeing there, right on top of the kneecap of the patella, and the eon in the inner thigh area, and then the glutathione on the outer. So that's a real nice protocol. Thanks for sharing that. So great. There's all kinds of different ways to do this. 6 to 9 months to regrow cartilage, and also intake 25 grams of collagen protein. That's great. Extra vitamin C, ester C or liposomal C preferred, taken 3 times daily. So that's quite a bit. So as many of us know, that vitamin C, even during the COVID time frame, super high. They actually did intravenous bags of vitamin C, and I think they did a study in France, and it was like incredible results from people that had COVID, had healing results from that. So definitely, when you have any kind of injury problems like that, you want to ultra dose on vitamin C, and it can't hurt you. You'll just, if you get too much, you're just gonna pee it out, right? Is that right, Dr. Annabelle? I just want to double check. Yes, shaking head. That's good. Because Dr.
Ironically,
Annabelle,
Walter. Oh, go ahead.
unlike a lot of doctors, has a lot of background in nutrition. So doctors don't learn about nutrition. They learn about putting pills in your mouth. And oh, you got a problem with this? We had Michelle come on. She's on all kind of pills, and she got on the X39, and she started dumping pills, losing weight, dumping pills, losing weight, because they don't treat what's causing the problem most of the time. They treat the symptom, and then a symptom creates another symptom, which creates another symptom, which creates more pill taking, more pill taking, more pill taking. So fortunately, we have really good doctors like Dr. Annabelle. Roxanne's got a great background, so we got a lot of good people in the background, and giving us some good insights. Walter.
I just wanted to hop back on really quick. You were talking about pills. I don't take pills or nothing, just these patches. But within the last week, I invested 50, 60 bucks. I bought some collagen peptide pills, turmeric ginger with black pepper extract gummies, some fish oil, and vitamin C. And I've noticed a huge difference in my energy and focus and everything. I thought I had it before, but adding that in with my meals has really helped. So I just want to let y'all know that as well. Incorporating those vitamins and those that collagen really does help.
Huh.
Yeah, Synergize too. I don't know if you're taking Synergize.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get the Synergize. I plan on ordering some with my next big order. So
good. So Synergize will basically take the patches next level. It's kind of like stacking. Like we talked about, put like double X39 or triple X39 on top of each other. When you do the Synergize, it's almost like stacking on everything that you're taking. So it's and then when we have the PM, so that's the AM. Then we get the PM, it's going to be that again. So it's going to be really nice.
What will the PM flavor be? Do you know that yet, or is it still a mystery?
I don't know that yet, but David, kind of like what we were just revealing there about vitamin C and other stuff to take, supplements to take. David, he used to give like a list of supplements to take. And then he was like, well, why don't we put something together that will be specific and really, take kind
of all in one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and that's what he's done with Synergize. So
yeah, I definitely plan on ordering that here in the next few weeks with my next orders. So
very good.
But y'all have a good night. I just want to let you know.
Yeah, thanks.
when you order it, order 3 because you don't want to, you get $20 off each one if you order 3. Just
Oh,
saying.
so is it?
Just saying.
I was wondering. So, like with the multiple patch or sleeve discounts. So, if
Yep.
I was to order like multiple sleeves and then just
Yes.
the single thing of Cellergize, am I still going to pay at that first price Cellergize?
You have to pay. Yeah, I tried that. No, Cellergize
Okay.
you have to order 3 of those.
Okay. All right.
And
No,
then
that's
you have
good
to
to know.
order 3 or
I'll
more.
probably end up doing that then.
Yeah, you just do it. And then the
Yeah.
patch is the same thing. So they're separate.
Yeah. And I would, like you said, buying multiple sleeves, you definitely save extra money, even at the
$20
wholesale
off.
price. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's significant, especially if you're trying to get into this type of lifestyle.
Yep.
Yeah. We all have a good night.
Too. Thanks.
Roxanne.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, it's my turn. I'll try and be quick. But Susan, I think, has a really great share. But I wanted to share about the wallpapering. Back in earlier this year, I decided to clean my tiles in the bathroom after I had showered, and I slipped on the soap. And I mean, I went flying backwards, and I hit my right elbow on the corner of the tub in the shower. And I mean, it must have just blossomed out to the size of a softball. I mean, it was really, really bad. I hit right on the tip of my elbow, and it hurt. So did my tailbone, but my elbow hurt worse. Anyways, I took every single patch that I have, including actually the AccuLife, which is the same as LifeWave, but it's for pets. I had some left over from when my dog Beef passed away. But so I had every single patch, X39, X49, Eon, LifeWave, Energy, not LifeWave, sorry, AccuLife, Energy Enhancer, glutathione, everything I could think of. And not just one of each, but probably 2 or 3 of each, just like the whole thing was wallpapered. And so that happened on a Friday night. Saturday, the swelling was already significantly less, and I had done the same thing. And again, on for 12 hours and then off to allow the body to rest. And but I noticed that I had placed less patches, and then Sunday the same thing, a few less patches. Monday the swelling was almost 100% gone. So that's my share. And Susan has a great share. So
Yeah, you had your hand up earlier, Susan. Then we'll get to Darlene. You want to go, Susan?
Okay, just real quick because I know we're on the hour. So I had helped someone with chronic Lyme, and with that you get really bad headaches, unspeakable, all of that. And Jen had shared the Lyme protocol with me, so I sent him a bunch of patches, and I just heard back from him that it played a part in his recovery. I just interviewed him today for a show, and I forgot to ask him about it. It's like, darn. But anyway, I can share it with you all. I know you appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Thank you. Darlene.
Real quick, the Cellulize and the evening one together, somewhere in one of David's talks, he mentioned that there were still 3 things in supplements that we needed with those, the morning and the evening. One was your B12 complex with the methylated B12. Another one was your omegas. And I don't know if it was the D3 that was the third one. I'm not sure, but somewhere in his talk, he said those were the only other 3 supplements you needed when you do both the morning and evening Cellulize.
Jen.
I do take those 3 supplements, D3, B12, and then the omegas I take every night, and that's it. So I'm pretty sure that's the third one.
Okay, thanks.
Very good. Very good. All right, guys. Great show tonight. Super shares. Always appreciate it. Tell your friends if they're having great results, come on in, and we'd love to hear from them. And we'll see you guys next time. If you want to unmute, say goodnight. Lots of love. We'll see you guys next time.
Good night.
Everybody.
Good night,
Thank you.
everybody.
Have a great evening.
Good night.
Good
Thank you.
night.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.
Have a great week.
Good night.